My name is Emily, and my family has always had a peculiar heirloom, a cursed necklace that had been passed down through generations. It was a thing of beauty, a delicate silver chain adorned with a single, crimson gem. But it was also a harbinger of tragedy, a curse that had haunted my family for as long as anyone could remember. The necklace's history was shrouded in mystery, its origins lost to time. It was said to have been a gift from a long-forgotten lover, a token of affection that had been cursed by a vengeful spirit. According to family lore, the necklace brought misfortune and heartache to all who possessed it, and it had been blamed for a string of tragedies that spanned generations. My grandmother had been the last to wear the cursed necklace, and she had always been a woman of superstition. She would regale me with stories of family members who had met untimely ends, their lives cut short by accidents, illnesses, or inexplicable misfortunes. All had been linked to the necklace in some way. Despite the ominous tales, I had always been drawn to the necklace. Its crimson gem seemed to pulse with an inner fire, and its beauty was undeniable. When my grandmother passed away, the necklace had been passed down to me, the last remaining heir of our family. I hesitated to wear it, but I couldn't resist the allure of the cursed heirloom. It was as if the necklace had a hold on me, a siren's call that I couldn't ignore. And so, one fateful evening, I fastened it around my neck and admired myself in the mirror. The moment the necklace touched my skin, I felt a chill run down my spine. It was as if a presence had awakened, a malevolent force that had been dormant for years. I quickly dismissed the feeling as mere superstition and went about my day. But it wasn't long before I began to notice strange occurrences, a vase of flowers wilting overnight, the faint sound of whispers in the darkness, and eerie shadows that seemed to move on their own. I tried to dismiss these incidents as coincidence, but the sense of unease that settled over me was undeniable. As days turned into weeks, the necklace seemed to grow heavier around my neck, as if it carried the weight of centuries of misfortune. I could feel its presence, a malevolent force that seemed to feed on my fear and anxiety. One night, as I lay in bed, I saw it, a shadowy figure standing at the foot of my bed, its eyes burning with a malevolent light. It was a vengeful spirit, a manifestation of the curse that had plagued my family for generations. The spirit spoke to me in hushed, haunting whispers, its voice a chilling echo of the past. It told me of the pain and suffering that the necklace had caused, of the lives it had destroyed, and of the darkness that had consumed those who had possessed it. I begged the spirit to release me from the curse, to free me from the necklace's grip. But it was clear that the curse could not be broken so easily. The spirit had been bound to the necklace for centuries, and it hungered for vengeance. As the days passed, the spirit's presence grew stronger, its malevolence consuming my every thought. I became a prisoner in my own home, unable to escape the curse that had taken hold of me. I knew that I had to find a way to break the curse, to rid myself of the necklace and the vengeful spirit that had attached itself to it. I began researching the necklace's history, delving into ancient texts and seeking out the counsel of experts in the supernatural. It was then that I learned of a ritual that could sever the connection between the necklace and the vengeful spirit. The process was perilous, involving the use of ancient incantations and a willing sacrifice. With a heavy heart, I prepared to perform the ritual, knowing that it might be the only way to free myself from the curse. I gathered the necessary materials, lit a circle of candles, and began reciting the incantations. As I chanted the words, a sense of dread washed over me, and the room seemed to grow colder. The vengeful spirit materialized before me, its eyes filled with fury and hatred. It knew what I was trying to do, and it fought back with all its malevolent power. The struggle was fierce, a battle of wills that seemed to stretch on for an eternity. But with a final, resounding cry, I completed the ritual, severing the connection between the necklace and the vengeful spirit. The spirit let out a blood-curdling scream as it was banished, disappearing into the darkness from whence it had come. The necklace fell to the ground, its crimson gem dull and lifeless. I was free at last, but the curse had left its mark. My family's tragic history and the weight of centuries of misfortune would forever be a part of me. The necklace, now bereft of its malevolent power, lay discarded and forgotten, a relic of a past that I was determined to leave behind. I had broken the curse, but the cost had been steep. I was haunted by the knowledge of the suffering the necklace had caused, and I couldn't help but wonder if the vengeful spirit still lingered in the shadows, waiting for an opportunity to return. As I walked away from the cursed heirloom, I couldn't help but hope that the darkness that had plagued my family for generations had finally been vanquished, that the necklace's malevolent legacy would end with me.